Hey guys, Sequoia here from Phoenix Off-Grid Solutions. Today we are going to take a look at this AC Infinity cooling system. This is something that I use commonly in my off-grid power system enclosures and retrofits, especially in systems that are in very tight spaces or boxes. This is a very easy to install, very simple solution for keeping your enclosure nice and cool, especially when it's running inverters or DCDC chargers or lots of solar charge controllers. And basically it consists of a small DCDC power supply. This is not AC Infinity, but this is something that I use to power the system because you can see that all of the components, the fan and the thermostat, are powered via USB ports. So this little guy takes 12 volt or 24 volt power and converts it to 5 volts, which is what most USB powered appliances prefer. So in this case, our power comes from a 12 volt power supply. In this case, it's a lithium iron phosphate battery through our small DC-DC converter and then into the power supply of this AC Infinity thermostat. Now this is programmable in that there's 4 or 5 different settings that you can set this to. There's 84 degrees, 88, 92, and 96, or always on or always off. Right now our fan is running because with all the lights illuminated, it means that it's just on. In the other settings, it's looking for a temperature reading from this temp sensor, and this just plugs into the bottom of this little unit. The output of this is another USB power supply that runs to the fan. And in between this and the fan is a little selector that you can choose off, low, medium, or high for your fan speed. It also gives you another female USB port in case you want to run another fan or dual fans. And in this case, we're just going to show how the fan runs always on. It's nice and quiet. The fan comes with this anodized aluminum bezel, nice and square. Comes with a protective box on the back side, so you're not going to be sticking your fingers or wires are going to stick into the fan blades as it spins. One thing I really like about this setup is that it comes with its own template. So you can just slap this on to your box or your panel, your wall panel, whatever, cut your hole, and then this just sticks right in. It comes with black screws or black through bolts. There's a nice big flange on the back of this, meaning that you can oversize your hole, or you can be kind of, rough with your cut, and then the flange will cover everything, and then you can adjust it if your hole is a little big, which is nice. Next to this is just a blank plate that matches this. So when you're exhausting hot air out of your electrical enclosure, you need some way for fresh or cool air to get in, and you can buy this matching plate. This is about $12, I believe, on Amazon. This guy right here, I think, is $30 for just the fan, and then there's the temp controller, which is, I want to say another $15, $20. And that's one way to run a setup, right? You have your own power supply, your own thermostat and controller, and then you have your fan. It comes on whenever this guy senses, a temperature at this guy. Another way to run this system, and I do this when I have a Victron Serbo GX in the system, which is most of my off-grid electrical systems, you can wire the fan to the relay port on here and then wire in a separate temp sensor. You would wire that to temp right there. And then you can program the activation of the fan through the Serbo GX. And I commonly just use these little temp sensors that come with the Victron Multipluses. They're designed to be bolted down to a battery terminal so that the Multiplus can sense temperature at the battery, but gives you a nice long run of 18 gauge wire, which I usually just cut off, and then wire that into the Serbo. And in that situation, you don't need this AC Infinity controller at all. Actually, get rid of this. You would wire this into your relay port, and then the fan plugs right into this, making it really nice plug and play system. If you need another video showing how you do that, I can provide that. There are also lots of videos on YouTube that show you how to do that. So this is a really cool system. If you check out my other videos, you'll see that I'm using these in my custom retrofits. The clients love them because they don't have to do anything to them. I set everything up ahead of time, and then they just run and they work. I have links to all of these different products in the description. Give me a like and subscribe. Let me know if there's other videos or content or information that you would like me to share. My name is Sequoia. I am owner and operator of Phoenix Off-Grid Solutions. I design and install off-grid power systems, plumbing systems, heating and cooling systems for vans, camper vans, RVs, and other custom, vehicles. I've designed and installed over 100 different off-grid power systems in vans, and I have over 5 years experience building custom camper vans, from ambulances to sprinters to ProMasters to travel trailers to ambulances to military vehicles, you name it, I've worked on it. And I want to show you how to build a better camper van. Thanks, and see you next time.